For the next hour and a half, Mr. J offered his arguments and proofs supporting his resolution. They are summarized thusly. A, the illegal slave trade continues unabated, with ships operating out of New York. B, the slave trade and slavery itself lead to continued and unjust misery. C, the duty of the church, contrary to the claims of many, is indeed to meddle in and oppose injustice. D, the Church of England and even the Roman Catholic Papal See have already made urgent condemnations of slavery and have called upon the Episcopal Church to do likewise. E, instead, the Episcopal Church has continued to support and promote slavery and the slave trade by its writings and the elevation of slavery advocating bishops. F, but the 1853 Convention's vote to admit St. Philip's to Convention gives him hope for success this year.
Therefore I move, sir, the adoption of these resolutions, whereas the Protestant Episcopal Church in the United States have, through their Board of Foreign Missions, established various missions on the coast of Africa, and this convention feels a strong interest in the success of the said missions as a means for the conversion of Africa to the principles and practices of Christianity. And whereas it has been made to appear to this convention that a class of persons residing in the Diocese of New York are engaged in sending vessels to the western coast of Africa with the view of kidnapping and reducing to slavery large numbers of the said people. And it is publicly pretended and asserted that the doctrine of Christianity justifies and approves of the enslaving of men, women, and children, and reducing them to the condition of chattels. And there is good reason to believe that the said trade will interfere materially with the said missions, and that a belief on the part of the Africans that those who engage in the African slave trade are Christians may indispose the Africans so believing to embrace Christianity and lead them to reject with scorn and indignation the teachings of our missionaries. Therefore resolved that this convention, in order to prevent all misapprehension in regard to the position of the church in this diocese on the subject of slave trade, do hereby declare and announce that this convention do utterly reject the doctrine that men may be lawfully kidnapped and held in slavery by any other persons, and do utterly condemn the said practice as a great sin against God and man, and do adopt, in regard thereto, the words of St. Cyprian in writing to the bishops of Numidia: both religion and humanity make it a duty for us to work for the deliverance of the captive. It is Jesus Christ himself whom we ought to consider in our captive brothers. It is him whom we should deliver from captivity, him who hath delivered us from death.
Dr. James McCune Smith, a delegate from St. Philip's Church, New York, seconded the resolutions. Mr. Floyd Smith, a delegate from the Church of the Ascension, New York, moved that the resolution be laid on the table. Mr. J called for a vote by orders.
The resolution was defective, as it pledges us to do nothing.
I will cheerfully assent to any amendment which the reverend and learned gentleman from Trinity might suggest to make the action sought for by the resolutions more direct and effective.
No amendment to the resolution was offered, and the vote to lay the resolutions on the table was voted upon by orders. 55 clergy voted aye. 7 voted no. 149 did not vote. 44 laymen voted aye. 6 voted no. 137 did not vote. So the preamble and the resolution were laid upon the table.